had that third failure in a row, did you think, I need to pack this in?
Never.
Why not?
I don't ever give up. I mean, I'd have to be dead or completely incapacitated.
There are American heroes who don't like this idea. Neil Armstrong, Gene Cernan have both testified against commercial spaceflight and the way that you're developing it, and I wonder what you think of that.
I was very sad to see that because those guys are, those guys are heroes of mine, so it's really tough. I wish they would come and visit and see the hardware that we're doing here. And I think that would change their mind.
They inspired you to do this, didn't they?
Yes.
And to see them casting stones in your direction.
It's difficult. Probably not the guy that most people would bet on.
Who wins?
It's like a little kid fighting a bunch of sumo wrestlers. Usually the sumo wrestlers win. We're a little scrappy company. Every now and again, a little scrappy company wins. And I think this will be one of them.
Everyone from the Doge community that's in here tonight, I want you to listen to me very carefully. Right at this moment, I want you to stop what you're doing. Even anything else you might be doing, we'll have in the stream. And I want you to look. I want you to look at that computer screen monitor or that TV screen in front of you with that thumbnail art and my voice coming through to you right now. And I want you to understand one big, simple, epic concept. We are going to win. We are going to win. We are going to win. We've got the Doge momentum. Can you dig it?
Maybe have some fun. I mean, it's like there's a good chance that crypto is the future currency of Earth. Right. And then it's like, well, which one is it going to be? Like, what would be the most ironic outcome? That the currency that was invented as a joke, in fact, becomes the real currency.
Right. Wow. No, absolutely. So, to the moon.
To the moon.
When you had that third failure in a row, did you think, I need to pack this in?
Never.
Why not?
I don't ever give up.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is your man, Real Deal, Steele, coming to you live this Thursday night. Merry Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas Eve to you guys. What is going on? Great to see you guys. Welcome to another adventure, another episode of Steele Live. I'm your host, Steele. If you're new here, I'd like to personally welcome you and invite you to hit subscribe and hit all on that notification bell. Everyone else, welcome back. A lot of familiar names in the chat. Starting with, let's see who's active in here tonight. We got Hector the Dude, we got Slay Blaze, we've got 7-1, we've got Sliding Edge, we've got Kama DeLuffy, we've got Zombie Doge Army, Keith Havens, Diamond Hands Freddy. Welcome back, Diamond Hands. Who else here? I think Audio Freak, Bang Stun, Josh Randell, Alan Schneider in. Jason, good to see you. All right, guys, and I'm sure. Scott, good to see you back. I'm sure some more people will be coming in here before too long. What is going on, guys? What is going on? Got definitely some interesting stuff to get to tonight. And we will get all down to it, boppers. Peter, welcome in. Before we get started, we could ask you to just hit that like button. Takes a split second of your time, doesn't cost you a dime. Number one thing you can do to help the channel out, help us reach more people, help with these tricky YouTube algorithms, you know the deal. And also, if you feel compelled to super chat anywhere throughout the duration of this broadcast, it's obviously hugely appreciated for all the time and efforts put in. Hugely appreciated. And lastly, big important announcement. Tonight is the last time that you will be able to take advantage of the 5 free stocks through my recent partnership with WEBULL. And you can do that through the link pinned at the top of the chat. Tonight is the last night, and then tomorrow it cuts off. So if you haven't done that already, you've been kind of thinking about doing it and haven't gotten to it, I would prioritize that tonight, guys. And I've never seen WEBULL make an offer like that before to people, and I know several of you have been really taking advantage of that, and even many people are reporting now, and I can't confirm it for sure, but all I can tell you is a lot of people are reporting back, in addition to using my referral link for WEBULL. Not only are people getting five stocks, but people are reporting they're getting $50 in crypto credit additionally. So yeah, that's pretty wild. Anyway, welcome. Celeste, welcome. Sadarsa, hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Welcome. So interesting things going on in the world of what we do here. Something happened very interestingly last night. I was on for an extra late stream last night. I know a few of you are here with me. I think we went to around almost 2:30 or 3 in the morning, didn't we, guys? We really burned the midnight oil last night. And while we were on the air, Elon Musk tweeted something pretty cool out. And we're going to take a look at how that transpired, what Elon Musk exactly said, and how it relates to what we're doing here. So I'm pulling up that right now, folks. And I'm actually going to pull it into the window so we can all view it together, okay? And Elon's been extremely active on Twitter, more than I have ever seen him be active before. So we're going to go into that. I actually have to scroll pretty far down compared to normal because that's how active he has been. Sorry guys, I'm still looking here. It's in here. Where did it go? There it is. Okay, now I got it. Okay, just give me a moment. We're going to temporarily take out the Doge chart, and we are going to put in this Twitter transaction here. Okay. So we're going to put that in here. Check this out. So this is where it started. Since Jack stepped down as CEO of Twitter, he's been mixing up and becoming more opinionated. And he's definitely become more interesting since he stepped down from CEO. And he was kind of going back and forth with someone who was kind of getting in a spirited debate with him about Web3. And there's these... the people that seem to be most bullish on Web3 are super NFT people that ETH is their main game, and that's cool. Like, I'm kind of indifferent to the whole Web3 thing, even though Dorsey and Elon have been critical of it and the concept of it and kind of making fun of it. I think it's too early and too ambiguous to even decide what the heck it is and what it means and where it's going. It's kind of like whatever you want it to be, whatever you're making it to be at this point. So I'm not opposed to it, but I do enjoy the ribbing out additionally. Anyway, so Jack, they were kind of going in on Jack here. Jack actually responded to them. He says, "I only care about decentralized, secure, and private foundations without single points of failure, and I'm focused on that." And this other guy says, "People don't understand that Jack isn't anti-Web3. He's just anti-establishment within Web3, so we don't repeat the same mistakes as Web2. Jack, join us and let us help build it with you," which is actually a very astutely and smart response for that person to make. And he says, Jack says, "I'm not anti-Ethereum. I'm anti-centralized, VC-owned, point single failure. Don't believe or trust me. Just look at the fundamentals." And then Billy Marcus says, "My goal is to build stuff and make money and have fun, and I'm used to the corporate establishment. I really don't see any meaningful break away from it. Bitcoin just gives power to new rich people." Pretty spicy tweet from Billy Marcus there, yeah? To which prompted and solicited this response from Elon Musk here. "That's why I'm pro-Doge." That's why I'm pro-Doge. So that tweet came in actually earlier than I remember. I think it was about 2 a.m. My time when that came in, when we were live on the air. And that's actually sent a spike in Doge while we were live on the air, consequential to that. And then here's "It's All Risky. Get in, Jack. We're going to the moon." Then here's your man here. I said, "Doge is cheaper in transaction fees and much faster in transaction times than both Ethereum and Bitcoin. It is perfectly fit to be a massively used digital currency in the retail space." In the retail space, huh? Anyway, let's get back to the charting here. And this is an incredible opportunity that we have here, right? This is an incredible opportunity, because we have the attention of so many people now, in part thanks to Elon Musk. Sorry, this is bothering me. My camera's really crooked. It's really bothering me. So just give me a moment. There we go. All right. That's better. Thanks for that. Okay, so, Elon and Jack epic tweeting at each other. Yeah, it's really made Twitter a pretty amusing place lately. It's been a lot of fun to watch, hasn't it? This is great. This really just kind of really solidifies Elon's place and his state of enthusiasm for Doge, and just
the richest man in the world saying that's why I'm pro-Doge. Elon gets it, you guys. He gets it. These are the things that we've been talking about here night after night. Night after night since I started making content. Sliding Edge, popping the cherry for the first super chat of the evening. Appreciate that, Sliding Edge. $5 super chat. Josh Randell disavows any knowledge of Jack Dorsey and accepts Billy as an official Doge ambassador to planet Earth. Thanks for the update, Sliding Edge. Appreciate the continued support. Golden Greaser, good to see you back in the mix. Haven't seen you in a bit. Andy Shirley, welcome back, sir. Welcome back. So, moving forward, what to make of this? What to make of this? Well, folks, I am seeing, and we are seeing, I believe, the narrative finally start to transform before our very eyes. And large thanks to Elon Musk. I certainly don't have anywhere near the pull or sphere of influence that he does, right? I'm just a guy on a small corner of the internet barking away here night after night on a $70 microphone. Okay, so what does this mean going forward? I think this does change the narrative. I am seeing the narrative change in real time, whether it's in how the mainstream media perceives and covers Dogecoin, okay, and how people perceive and talk about Dogecoin. Because what we've been up against in terms of those of you who are enthusiasts about Dogecoin and Dogecoin holders is this. We keep coming after the same misinformed tropes, right? It's just a meme coin. It has no utility. It has no active development, etc., etc. Things that are patently false. Not only are those things patently false, but Dogecoin is arguably, it's kind of apples to oranges. I don't want to say stronger, but I can't help but think of it that way. It's stronger for transactions. I just have to say that. Dogecoin is faster and cheaper than Bitcoin. It's faster and cheaper than Ethereum. And they're not wrong when they say Dogecoin is a joke, but it is a practical joke, ladies and gentlemen. It's a practical joke. Let that set in. Let that digest. I know you get it. So now we are finally seeing this dawn on people. Oh, you mean the Dogecoin isn't just a joke? It isn't just an SHIT token? No, and it's not a token. The wealthiest man in the world really likes the utility of this particular digital currency. He's very fond of it, that it's his favorite. Why do you think that is? Do you think it's only about the memes with no substance? No, of course not. He understands it perfectly well. And I think more and more people are now understanding it as well, at last. And we've played a part in that too, right? Where does Elon find out about this stuff? Well, he's pretty dialed in with the grassroots supporters of Dogecoin and different crypto factions across the web. He's reading what we're putting out. He's listening to what we're putting down. So yeah, I think it absolutely had an effect. Josh Randell disavows coming in with a $5 super chat. Replying to Sliding Edge, I rightly loathe Dorsey and ignore anything regarding him. He betrayed Americans with tax-paying dollars. Thanks for the super chat, bro. Thank you, Josh. Appreciate it, man. I think you missed last night's show, didn't you, Josh? I feel like you did. Correct me if I'm wrong. I wonder who came up with that practical joke line, because it's brilliant. You know who came up with it. It's your man, Real Deal, Steven Steele. I don't know. I just thought of it spontaneously. I don't know if someone had put that out there before me, but it was a new thought to me, and I tweeted it out earlier this evening. So I think there's a lot to be encouraged by. I think there's a lot to be excited about. And there's exciting things happening. There's exciting things happening almost on a daily basis now. I mean, goodness gracious, guys. The fact that Billy Marcus and Elon Musk are pretty much bosom buddies at this point. There's rarely a day that goes by where those guys don't exchange jokes and tweets back and forth. It's a pretty awesome thing to see. And it's pretty difficult to imagine Elon Musk having that much fun back and forth with a founder or developer of any other cryptocurrency. Billy's just kind of got that style that's, he's kind of an SHIT poster, so I think that makes it more, it's full of a lot of comedic relief, and he definitely has his moments of cynicism, that's for sure, but overall, Billy's an incredible asset, and it's no surprise to me that Elon and him have bonded the way they have. Slide Edge coming in with a $5 super chat. Josh Randell disavows, does it for the culture, the future, and all Dogeopportunities. I like these new words we're making up tonight. Dogeopportunities. Hump Deezy in the hizza. Welcome, Hump Deezy. Stormer, what's going on? Don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not suddenly a fan of Jack. I'm not. But I gotta be honest with you, I am concerned that the new guy's even worse than the old. That the new boss is even worse than the old boss. You know what I mean? It's kind of like back in the day when our government sold us on the initial war in Iraq, right? Oh, we gotta take out Saddam. I remember even questioning that judgment back then and be like, yeah, this guy's pretty bad, but what replaces it could be a lot worse. Lo and behold, history books speak for itself. It kind of reminds me of that analogy. A much less harmful and expensive analogy. Yeah, we pretty much just got started, Esteban. You didn't miss too much. But welcome. Market Insider reports Elon Musk hints he's a Dogecoin fan because Bitcoin gives power to new rich people. Elon's a populist. He's a populist at heart, and even though he's in the position as the richest man on the globe, you can tell he still has a lot of heart and a lot of strong sympathies and for the people and genuinely wanting to make the planet a better place. And Dogecoin just has a kind of a trademark charm about it, right? Has a trademark charm about it that Elon finds really appealing. He understands that it's a populist kind of movement, essentially, is what what Dogecoin is. And it vibes with him. Elon Musk voiced his support for Dogecoin again, this time in a discussion about Web3. He hinted he favors the meme token over Bitcoin because the leading crypto only gives power to new rich people. Musk was responding to a Twitter conversation with Jack Dorsey and Dogecoin creator Billy Marcus and others. Elon Musk has hinted his support for Dogecoin comes from the fact that it is powered by a disruptive grassroots community. Unlike Bitcoin, with its Wall Street establishment backers, we are disruptors, aren't we? We are disruptors. There's no doubt about it, we're disruptors. We need disruptors. Disruptors play an integral part to building a better future, building better nations, building better societies. They're necessary. The Tesla CEO was weighing in a Twitter discussion about who has the power of the crypto world, carried out by Bitcoin enthusiast Jack Dorsey and Dogecoin creator Billy. Meanwhile, Billy Marcus said, my goal is to build stuff and make money and have fun. I'm used to the corporate establishment and don't really see any meaningful breakaway from it. Bitcoin just gives power to new rich people. To that, Musk responded, that's why I'm pro-Doge. It's similar to this year's Reddit-fueled trading frenzy, which ignited heavily shorted stocks like GameStop to send a clear message to the financial elite power lies, even with regular traders, Dogecoin is somewhat seen as a crypto version of GameStop. I think it's a very apt analogy, and that's something I've said from the beginning. And that's why it's so cool that GameStop just announced that they will be accepting Bitcoin in the near future. It just makes sense. Just like the pairing with AMC and Dogecoin. It just makes sense. We are involved, folks. Make no mistake about it. We are involved in a populist uprising against the financial elites. And yeah, I think it is safe to say Dogecoin is kind of a crypto version of GameStop of sorts. Yeah, I think that's safe to say. Billionaire Musk, who made Newsweek's Disruptor Hall of Fame this year, has been a consistent Doge advocate this year. Early in December, he announced that Tesla would begin to accept Dogecoin as payment for some of its merchandise. He first hinted in May that this could happen, but his support for the token, why do they keep calling it a token? Someday, someday these folks will get it right. Dogecoin runs on its own blockchain. It's not a token. It runs on its own blockchain. Bitcoin may be a store of value, but it's not a good substitute for a transactional currency, Musk told Time magazine after it named him Person of the Year. Even though it was started as a silly joke, Dogecoin is better suited for transactions. So here Elon Musk said it in plain English for everyone to understand, using his Person of the Year platform to set the record straight, folks. Bitcoin may be a store of value, but it's not a good substitute for transactional currency. Even though it was started as a silly joke, Dogecoin is better suited for transactions. It almost sounds like he's been listening to your man, Real Deal. It almost sounds like me, he's been dipping into these streams now and again. Probably not, but it's fun to think about. But this is a theme that we've discussed so many times here. And it took that long, right? It took that long. It took that much over and over and over again. And some of this is very redundant, and it may seem like it sometimes, but it's obviously been very necessary to keep putting these truths out there consistently over and over again until they reach the top. Until it reaches the masses. And it's not easy to do, right? It's not easy to keep having to say these things over and over, but they're important. They're important. They're important. So let me be very clear, and for those of you who are listening tonight that are new, Dogecoin is a joke. But it's a practical one. It's a practical joke. Not only is Dogecoin not an SHIT coin, but it actually performs much stronger transactionally than both Bitcoin and Ethereum. Do you hear me? Do you understand me? Could I make it any simpler? Do you think I've just been out here night after night, almost nearly every single night, broadcasting for a year now? Making Doge-centric content over a meme? No, it goes much deeper than this. It goes much deeper than this. And anyone from the Bitcoin maximalists to the extremes on the other end have disparaged Dogecoin, have disparaged the dog money. Because they disparage it without even understanding the basic fundamentals. But you folks, most of you folks understand the basic fundamentals. I understand the basic fundamentals. And now it's time. We have an incredible opportunity here to completely popularize these basic, simple truths about Dogecoin. I think we are at a pivotal moment, not only in crypto history, but more specifically Dogecoin history. I think all of this is tremendous groundwork that's being laid out, okay, for an ascendance to which the likes we've never seen before, with a high probability of that happening in 2022. Practical jokes are the best kind. I'm not going to spend any time disparaging SHIB, but I will say that the winner is clear when it comes to transactional utility. SHIB is subject to the gas fees of Ethereum. So every time that you want to make a purchase through SHIB, you are additionally going to be paying whatever the gas fees are off of Ethereum at that moment. Why? Because SHIB was built on the Ethereum blockchain. It's an ERC20 token. Now, I'm not going to take away that it may find its groove in other areas, but as far as transactional, everyday transactional use case, there's no comparison. There's no comparison. Why are you guys timing each other out in the chat? What's going on? Josh Rundell disavows 7 months of membership now. Thank you, Josh, for your continued support. Josh, one of the biggest supporters of the show here. Thank you so much, Josh. Time flies when you're having fun. It's been 7 months already. Not gonna lie, I have a deep Doge obsession. That can sound a little creepy depending on which cadence that you say that in. Yeah, there's nowhere near as many wallets as Doge. You're right, Jay Cadona. Yeah, it's actually estimated that there's nearly 4 million Dogecoin holders. Keep that in mind next time you're dealing with some not so pleasant people on Twitter. Just realize that most most Dogecoin holders aren't even on Twitter. Scott Herforth coming in with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to all my friends here in the Steele crypto community and a fantastic 2022. Dogecoin to the moon, to the moon. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Scott. Scott, another longtime supporter of the network. Thank you so much, Scott. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for continued support. And Merry Christmas back to you. Merry Christmas to each and every one of you. It's New Year's Eve. Mary, New York. Good to see you, Mary, in New York, coming with a $5 super chat. Mary, thank you for your continued support of the program. We love you here, Mary. Hugely appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. I think attendance is going to be a little bit down tonight and tomorrow due to the holidays and people's familial obligations. That's understandable. That's understandable. If my health was in a better place, frankly, I'd be over by family right now. It's just one of those things, guys. Got to stay positive. Got to keep it moving. Let's go to the next story here. Courtesy of FX Empire, Dogecoin co-founder is not happy with community ruining Dogecoin holders. You know how Billy likes to do his venting. Well, now his venting has spilled over into the FX media making a story out of it. And it basically, overall, what Billy talks about is the same thing I've talked about in the past, although I don't want to spend any more time on it. But it is in the news right now a little bit, so Billy slammed those who criticize people who use Robinhood for their trading activities. Robinhood came under scrutiny a few months ago. Basically, what Billy was conveying is don't get overly critical and start getting a circular firing squad of other people in the Doge community. Listen, folks, when you have a community as big as the Doge one is, you're gonna run up against a lot of different kinds of personalities, a lot of different kinds of people with different opinions and different approaches to things. And we've got to be a big tent in order for this thing to succeed. If you get in too many squabbles and you're spending more time sowing division within the Doge community and being really nitpicky about everything within other people and getting overly critical of other people, this has a negative effect on the community, and so you don't want to spend too much time doing that. I will say, I think the overall climate across the board has chilled out a lot and has gotten more positive in recent days. Let's go to the next story here. Now, this is a big story. I really didn't see many people talking about it today, surprisingly. The Dogecoin Foundation reveals big plans for Doge in 2022. Dogecoin is set up to focus on utility with the development of new projects as detailed in its trail map. So the Dogecoin Foundation did release what it's calling its trail map. It's just kind of another word for roadmap for the new year in 2022. And it's got some goodies in it. It looks really strong. It looks really good. And it just goes to show how focused and committed that the Dogecoin Foundation is. And I think the revival of the Dogecoin Foundation has been a tremendous asset. And I believe it will continue to be so. Dogecoin is a community-driven, consensus-based, open-source project, and its direction is formed by the many individual and organizational contributors to the various projects of the Dogecoin blockchain and ecosystem. Key to this new drive forward is a commitment to the first pillar of the Dogecoin manifesto to make Doge a useful cryptocurrency. Be useful. We value utility over technical brilliance. And that is a direct quote from their press release, the foundation's press release, about what their general ethos is and philosophy moving forward into 2022. The foundation gives examples of buying coffee or paying rent, both which boil down to pushing adoption through utility and reading between the lines on a focus on payments, or as they call it, a serious universal currency for the people. You see the tonality switch here and the importance of the Dogecoin Foundation, because here we've seen even a stronger pivot, the strongest pivot that we've ever seen before, coming from the foundation into emphasizing its strong utility, serious currency, right? We're seeing these words being thrown around in describing its roadmap, right? So, very interesting. The Dogecoin Foundation is fighting back with utility. First off, to boost the adoption of the Gigawallet project. This is one of the goals and focuses of the Dogecoin Foundation going forward. Dogecoin Foundation says its aging desktop wallet doesn't cut it as far as retail integration is concerned. To that end, it proposes a new API solution in the Gigawallet to solve this issue. The Gigawallet project is an open source initiative aimed at filling the gap by providing a node API solution that can be set up in seconds and allow a developer to add Dogecoin transactions to their platform as easily as they might with any polished payment provider. That is massive right there. That's going to go a long way. That's going to go a long way in the adoption. Trying to make up another word. Esteban coming in with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Esteban. Steele, you should start a crypto coin and name it Amazing Beard Token. Then you should have your beard animated as the coin logo. Well, that's certainly a thought. Esteban. Thank you for that idea. If I were to go ahead with something like that, I'll throw you. We'll work out some commissions for you. Diamond Hands Freddy coming with a $5 super chat. Doge is the original article. Mr. Steele, a true superstar. That's very kind of you, Diamond Hands Freddy, and appreciate it. And I like that your avatar is the old school Freddy Krueger. The first two Nightmares on Elm Street, yeah, pretty good. I forget how many they made. The third one's pretty funny. It was called Dream Warriors, and the theme song was by this hair metal band called Dokken. It was very unintentionally hilarious. But that was one of Johnny Depp's first bits right there. Johnny Depp was in the first Nightmare on Elm Street. And I think he went down in a, what was it? In a waterbed. Yeah, in a waterbed. Josh Randell disavows coming at the $5 super chat. I just realized how difficult it is to talk to a girl on the phone and tend to chat, even though I'm not really listening to her. Josh! Well, I just read that super chat out loud, so hopefully she didn't hear it. Oh, you guys are wild. You guys are wild. Listen, the Doge is up today. Here we are trading comfortably over 18 cents. So let me see. Let's take a look. Let's do a market rounder real quick, guys. As it stands now, Dogecoin is up about 4% over the last 24 hours. And up about 4% over the last week. Bitcoin right now trading around 51,000. This is very important. Remember what I told you last night? I said if Bitcoin can pull above 50.5, and I said remember I said last night, I said the 50.5 threshold for Bitcoin I felt was a high likelihood. And here we are today, smashing through that, trading right at about 51,000 right now. Now, all the technical analysis I looked at suggested that if Bitcoin could break through that 50.5 thousand threshold, that things would likely get more bullish. So, and I think we have been seeing that throughout the day. I mean, Bitcoin's up over 6% for the day, which is that's a major deal. That's extraordinary considering it's the largest market cap crypto on the planet. And now we are finally seeing the whole market be brought up, all the way down to your pancake swap stuff. It's all being brought up today, finally. Not high enough yet, not high enough. But I think this is the beginning of what will likely be very bullish activity going into the new year. That's what I was wondering, Mama Crypto. That's what I was wondering. I will say, though, I think it's occasionally good to just step up and call a woman. Call a woman that you are courting. Because most men these days don't do that. It really sets you apart from most people. But, for most guys. But if you're going to do it, you got to be confident. You got to be relaxed. You got to be in the zone, right? You have to speak confidently and collectively. And you have to be a bit amusing, right? Just as long as you're these things when you call the woman, most of the time she's going to be absolutely charmed. Because, frankly, most guys these days are too scared to make the call. Particularly right after you get a phone number. Sometimes it's nice just to throw a curveball at them and actually give them a call before you even text. The secret is with that first call is don't make it too long. Don't make it uncomfortable in any way. Don't make it too long. Be upbeat, be engaging, be charming, and then be gone. Then follow up by text. All right? Let's see. Scott says, I bought $1,000 of Bitcoin at 50.5 and 1,000 of Doge today at 18 around market close. Oh, okay. Gotcha, Scott. Scott making moves. Nice, Scott. Well, you can't go wrong with those two. If I had more investment capital, I would have gone deep in on Bitcoin when I could. When Bitcoin really got down. Remember, I was telling you that. I was frustrated. I'm like, if I had 10 G's of an extra investment capital right now, I'd throw it all in Bitcoin. How far did we get down? Was it like 43,000? Not so long ago. You know, do the math on that. Not too shabby. This is pretty cool news coming in courtesy of CNBC. More businesses offered to pay in cryptocurrency to bid to lure younger workers. This is pretty cool. Senior at Clemson University in South Carolina has a part-time gig with a startup. He gets paid in crypto. Why not take the chance or the opportunity to kind of strike it rich, get some money out of it, said Gerardus. Gerardus says he spends about 8 to 10 hours a week at SharpRank, persuading people to download its sports app on their phones and get paid by the download. He says he's probably earned about the same or more in crypto as he would have in cash, thanks to price appreciation, but the large fluctuations in crypto value, it's not certain. I'd probably check it like 3 times a week, he said. I kind of just like to let it sit for the most part. It's kind of fun to watch it when it's rising and not so much fun when it's going down. I think that's something we can all relate to here. We wanted to differentiate ourselves from the pack when prospective employees looked at what we were doing as a startup, said Chris Adams, SharpRank's founder and CEO. Adams says it's more than half of its workers take at least some of their own pay in crypto. That seems to be added value in terms of crypto's cool factor for some employees when they talk about their jobs. A lot of my friends have graduated and work in real adult jobs and wish they could have gotten their salaries in crypto. I'm looking to see if the term starving artist as a thing as of the past. Wow, that's a really awkwardly phrased sentence. I'm looking to see the term starving artist as a thing as of the past, said Brown. She paints acrylic on canvas and also sells digital art in exchange for Ethereum on the Rarible platform. It's almost like licensing, so every time someone uses your art, you gain a percentage, she said. Yeah, so this is something that is catching on in some sectors of the employment industry, in the employment market, rather. Younger workers are being offered to be paid in crypto. I think we're only going to see more of this throughout the new year. I think we're only going to see more of it. Have you guys heard about the media really going after Elon lately over... Elon says he only owns a $50,000 home, but he's been sleeping in a mansion in Austin. That's what he doesn't want you to know. My first thought is, who cares? But my second thought is, I'm sure there's more to this. New York Post reporting today, Elon Musk denies report that he's secretly living in a $12 million Austin estate. Elon has denied a report that he's secretly living in the estate, even as he has claimed that he lives in a bare-bones $50K rental home near his SpaceX site in Boca Chica, Texas. The Wall Street Journal reported Wednesday that for the past year, Musk has been spending at least part of the time in the lavish lakeside estate owned by his fellow PayPal alum Ken Howry, who was also the former U.S. ambassador to Sweden in the Trump administration. The CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, however, denied the report, telling Business Insider on Thursday, the Wall Street Journal article is false. I don't live there, and I'm not looking to buy a house anywhere. Howry's house spans 8,000 square feet in an exclusive Austin district near Mount Bonnell, a popular hiking destination for tourists. Sources told the Journal that Musk and Howry have been friends for decades, and Musk had been staying at Howry's home for about a year while Howry travels the world and participates in extreme weather events like chasing tornadoes. Well, that's quite a pastime. After the report was published, Howry told the Journal in a text message, Elon does not live at my home. He lives in South Texas. He stayed at the house as my guest occasionally when traveling to Austin, which is probably the truth. This is such a non-story, nothing burger. This is the mainstream media looking for reasons to disparage Elon to incredibly petty degrees. They can't stand Elon. Elon is breaking the narrative. He's saying the things that people in positions of power are not supposed to say. He's saying things that, frankly, would get the everyday person shadowed or deplatformed many times. See, we got a couple super chats in here. Slide Nudge come with a $2 super chat. 50K goes further in Texas than in California. A lot further, my friend, a lot further. Particularly outside of Austin. Josh Randell disavows... Josh Randell's stash. Who is that? What's going on in the world? $2 super chat. Merry Christmas. Doge to the mother effin' moon, good sir. Thank you, Josh Randell's stash. Is that Josh's new name, or is that somebody else? Oh, you guys are wilding out tonight. You guys are wilding out tonight. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get to the next story, gang. Let's get to the next story. You wild and crazy kids. This one comes courtesy of the Daily Mail. Owner blows up his Tesla and incinerates an effigy of Elon Musk inside in protest of the $17,000 cost of replacing the battery in Finland. A disgruntled Finnish Tesla owner has detonated his electronic vehicle along with an effigy of Elon Musk to protest the cost of the replacement battery. Now get this. Get this. Like, I get it. That battery replacement is expensive. Like, I get it. But at the same time, that Tesla was a 2013. That Tesla was a 2013. Furthermore, the cost of replacing a battery over in Finland, because now you're talking huge import, right? And import parts are always more expensive. It's no different here. Furthermore, I would submit to you, so we got 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. That car gave him 8 years. That battery gave him 8 years. That's actually much longer than what you'd get on most other cars that are even partially electric. Hybrids. I mean, what is the Ford one? It's the... it starts with a P. I can't believe it's eluding me now. I've been thinking about Tesla so much. Larry David had one on Curb Your Enthusiasm. Anyway, those don't last 8. I know those batteries don't last 8 years. I know it sucks. You get that's quite a repair bill. But I would submit to you that the amount of money that he saved on gas in the 8 years of driving that same Tesla probably offsets a lot of that cost too. You could make a strong argument, though, that perhaps with those costs factored in to replace the battery in about 8 years, that you're not saving a ton on gas, but you would still be leaving a much lower carbon footprint, right? So, I don't know. I would have to do more of the math on that. But it's funny that somebody burned an effigy. And he blew it up. He just blew it up. And there's footage of it. There's video of it. And I have to say, the effigy of Elon Musk does look a lot like him. It does look a lot like him. Oh my gosh. I got a funny little something to tell you today. I had a young lady DM me on Twitter today, and she said, "Oh, I just noticed you got a new profile." And I said, "Yeah." She's like, "Well, your old one had about 14,000." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just rebuilding." She's like, "Oh, okay. Why are you doing that?" I'm like, "Long story." She said, "Oh, okay." She's like, "I'm new to crypto. I'm new to Dogecoin. What can I do to get followers like that?" And I said, Just post a lot of selfies, Frank, honestly. There's so much thirst out there. Just post a lot of selfies. I said, you'll blow right past me in a heartbeat. She laughed, but I was like, I'm kidding, but I'm not. I mean, if you really want to know. Anyway, Elon Musk responds to after Chinese lookalike goes viral. Maybe I'm partly Chinese, Elon says. A Chinese man became an internet sensation after viewers noticed his resemblance to Elon Musk. And now the Tesla and SpaceX CEO is speaking out about his supposed doppelganger. The video of the man, who is unnamed, was first posted to Douyin, the Chinese version of TikTok. That's a fine line, aren't they pretty much both Chinese versions? Before being uploaded to Facebook, the man dressed in all black stood next to a luxurious black car and looked on the camera. People in social media instantly started talking about his likeness to Musk. Some even dubbed the man Elon Musk. And that's actually not some. That's the name the guy started going by for himself, which I think is hilarious. Maybe I'm partly Chinese, Musk wrote, seemingly noting the similarities. Musk was born to a Canadian mother and a South African father, and is a citizen of the U.S. So Elon has seen the Elon Musk meme now, and he responded to it. I had posted about that a couple days ago. I know Phil Hall of Benzinga, buddy of mine, he wrote about it, and then I saw that and I reposted. Let me see what's going on here. Just a stunt to try to get famous, Andy says. And I didn't even know that there were cars in Finland. Finland's a beautiful country, though. I got a real soft spot for Scandinavia. Maybe it's because it's in my blood. Josh Randell disavows coming with a $5 super chat. Dogecoin will turn the naysayers' minds to volcanic ashes in 2022. Josh. It's like, I don't think Elon said that. I mean, that would be the most bullish sentiment to date if Elon did say that. But thank you, Josh. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Fortune magazine reporting. Mark Andreessen blocks Jack Dorsey after Web3 spat with Elon Musk. Venture capitalist Mark Andreessen blocked Jack Dorsey on Twitter yesterday after Dorsey used his platform to criticize venture capital in an industry, doling out specific jabs at his firm Andreessen Horowitz. The block follows a string of tweets from Dorsey over several days concerning Web3, a decentralized version of the internet that would be based on blockchain technology. Dorsey said wealthy venture capitalists like Andreessen, rather than the people, would own Web3. You don't own Web3, Jack tweeted on Monday. The VCs and their LPs do. It will never escape their incentives. It's ultimately a centralized entity with a different label. Know what you're getting into. Strong words from Jack there. On Tuesday, he followed up by tweeting, the VCs are the problem, not the people. Dorsey resigned as CEO of Twitter last month to focus, he said, on his digital payments, a startup Square, who he recently renamed Block. Dorsey said there isn't anything more important in my lifetime to work on than Bitcoin. Well, that's interesting. Interesting to see how human that Jack really is. Once he comes down off the CEO platform, he's already getting into spats with people on Twitter, and people are blocking him. And it's interesting. You know, it's what's really interesting about it is people are many times been banned and deplatformed and shadowed through simply just getting into debates with people on Twitter. You never know what's going to set it off, right? It's such a finicky, touchy platform. And now to see him engage in this way is peak irony. Peak irony. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Okay, I think I'm caught up with what's going on in the chat. Let's go to the next story, folks. Next story. Check out this one. Verified Facebook page impersonating Elon Musk surfaces, lures 70,000 followers before being pulled. A verified Facebook page that was posing as Elon Musk had 70,000 followers has been pulled from the social networking site. It was yet another incident just over a month after a similar Facebook page impersonating him appeared online. The newly discovered fan page seemed to be created by cryptocurrency scammers. On one of its recent posts to be found asking users to connect with the owner over direct messages for an unknown digital currency. Go figure. I was sure this wasn't the end and that the scammers would come up with a similar scam, but what I didn't expect was a new fake page that would pop up soon. The researcher said. Now, what's crazy to me is, how did this page get verified? How the heck did it get verified? Interestingly, it did not undergo any name changes, which was not the case with the previous verified page that appeared and was removed last month. I'm still confused as how a fake Elon Musk Facebook page got verified on Facebook. That is bizarre. For Facebook to be making such egregious errors as authenticating this fake Elon Musk account strongly suggests that the company simply has not put sufficient resources into a human-centric review process, and are instead hoping its AI systems will work well enough. That's the bottom line. I think that perfectly states it. Facebook's got a lot of work to do in that regard, and that's why another reason why I don't think Meta at the hands of Zuckerberg is a foregone conclusion in terms of success. I just don't think so. Donna Tabuki coming in large and in charge, pepping my step, help me paying the bills with a $50 make you holler Big Doge Energy super chat. Donna says late fee. Late fee. You guys play nice in the chat, okay? Play nice in the sandbox. Donna, thank you so much. Appreciate you. And that's just for the record, guys. I don't charge late fees, particularly ones that steep. Though maybe I should. Donna, thank you. Appreciate you. Luna Terra hits record at 20 billion, surpassing Binance Smart Chain. Terra becomes the second biggest DeFi chain in terms of total value locked after Ethereum. Luna, in an open source stablecoin network, hit an all-time high at 20 billion in total value locked, signifying a 68% increase in less than a month. This means the platform's users are investing in large quantities into the protocol to receive staking awards. The price of Luna, Terra's native token, is also steadily trending upwards, trading above $95 at a 31% increase in 1 week, according to Cointelegraph Markets Pro. The coin now has a total capitalization of $34.8 billion, placing it in the top 10 crypto projects. Terra is an application-specific blockchain built on the Cosmos SDK and Tendermint consensus. Users can mint US dollar-pegged stablecoins and convert those stablecoins into Luna, the native staking and governance asset of Terra. Within the Terra ecosystem, savings protocol Anchor is topping the charts for the application of the highest TVL, which at the time of publication was 8.7 billion. What I tell you, folks, what I tell you about Luna continuing on the rise, hitting that all-time high, surpassing BNB coin. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Luna passing BNB. I love to see it. Well deserved. Luna yay, BNB blah. And we are continuing to see very solid gains of both Luna and AVAX, even while the rest of the market is not doing so hot. But now things are starting to turn around, and people were speculating too that both AVAX and Luna, once Bitcoin comfortably surpassed 50,000, would start to retrace big time, but it hasn't happened yet. They continuously are going up as of now. Let's see the next story here. Bitcoin flatlines as XRP hits $1 with massive altcoin move set for 2022. Well, this article title isn't completely accurate anymore because this was written 19 hours ago, and I definitely wouldn't say Bitcoin was flatlining right now. But XRP hit $1, which is huge. And it does set the stage for XRP pretty nicely going into the new year. Santa rally comes to XRP as altcoins simmer. Among altcoins, Wednesday's exuberance was waning, and only 2 of the top 10 cryptos by market capitalization still in the green on the daily timeframes as of writing. The standout was XRP, with weekly gains over 18% and the return to $1 for the first time since the start of December. While Ethereum went back below 4,000. I've always said watch out for XRP to be a pretty solid long-term investment overall. I know Sadaf is the XRP queen. Somebody made a meme with her. It's her like in cartoon version. In a very curvaceous cartoon version of Sadaf. And she's got her hand up like this and it says, "Don't talk to me, I'm XRP." I don't know why, it just makes me laugh. Even think about it, it's just so silly. It's got like a Mean Girls vibe to it. $10 super chat from Donna Tabuki. Tabuki, thank you, Donna. I heard I missed a striptease to Elvis while dressed as Crypto Batman. Well, that's BS. Who told you that? Who told you that? We got to keep it at least PJ-13 here, Donna. The Santa rally. I love it. We are in the middle of a Santa rally. And Donna is definitely feeling sassy tonight, folks. Speaking of Santa rally, CoinDesk reports first mover Asia. Santa Claus rally sends Bitcoin north. See what they did there? Of 50K. Ether also sees holiday cheer. Polygon and Terra sparkle with record highs. It's the holiday season. Ba-dum-ba-dum, ba-dum-ba-bum. The crypto market cheers for a Santa rally as Bitcoin crossed the key price level at 50K. Bitcoin, the largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization on Thursday, broke above $50,000 for the first time since December 13th. Major U.S. stock indexes also rose amid improving U.S. consumer sentiment in December. Trading volume, meanwhile, was low 2 days before Christmas. Data compiled by CoinDesk showed that Bitcoin's trading volume across major centralized exchanges was only slightly higher than a day ago. Other cryptocurrencies followed Bitcoin's bullish move. Ether's price rose about to 4,100 on Thursday, up over 3% over the last 24 hours. Crypto Twitter cheered for the so-called Santa rally for Bitcoin. The oldest cryptocurrency by market capitalization struggled for more than a week to move above $50,000, while the alternative cryptocurrencies, altcoins, such as Luna and Matic, rallied to record highs. Year-end market wrap. Tesla's Bitcoin acceptance helped to send Bitcoin price at the all-time high near 65K in April. Almost unthinkable just a few months earlier. Coinbase's direct stock listing marked the exact date on the market's top. Good stuff. Good stuff. It's the Santa rally, guys. Ho, ho, ho. The steak is still on. Yes, I'm sizzling, Jeff. We're sizzling. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Definitely some culinary talk in the chat. There's always some pretty... There's definitely a few solid chefs in our audience. Definitely a few solid chefs in our audience, isn't there? So here is the trail map, the road map, laid forth by the Dogecoin Foundation in a nutshell. These are all the projects and proposals to come in the near future. Project. Dogecoin.com makeover and Dogepedia. Dogecoin standard. Gigawallet, Dogecoin Keyring, which is going to be an app and SDK, Radio Doge, which is Starlink plus radio nodes from remote locations, and a proposal about community staking, proof of stake, and a partnership point of sale L2 app. Very ambitious, very ambitious. Again, the Dogecoin Foundation reporting that the first pillar of the manifesto is being useful. We value utility over technical brilliance. Don Tabuki, throwing it down single-handedly, keeping the ship afloat tonight. Josh is getting me in trouble again. Go figure. I can't say I'm surprised, folks. I can't say I'm surprised. Yeah, Sand had a very bullish day today as well. Let's check out and see what how Sand did today. Let's see how it did. So Sand, holy smokes. Thank you for the reminder on that. Sand had an incredibly bullish day today, up 20%. Up 20% today, trading over about $6.08 right at this moment. That puts Sand up about 21% for the week. And right now it's in healthy levels of retracement by a couple percentage points over the last hour. So Sand, these solid, the most popular DeFi projects are really having quite the day today. Yeah, Doge Elon, the Doge Elon ERC token. I know a few of you guys are investing in that. I got a little bit of money in it just for fun, a really small investment, but that's up about 30% today as well. So let me see if that's up any more than that or it's gone down since. Let me just quick check on the status of it. Yeah, it's hanging on right about there. It's hanging on right about there. But that's also, keep in mind, that's also after Doge Elon Mars fell even more significantly than that before. But it's making a comeback. I don't know if that token can go the distance or not. I have no idea. I don't endorse it. I have no idea. I just put a couple $100 in for fun. Josh Randell disavows coming in with a $5 super chat. Donna Tabuki Technologies. You walked right into it though. Ba-doom. Another super chat, $5 super chat. It seems I do that often. Yes. So much sass. So much sass. You guys play nice in the sandbox, okay? Be nice to each other. Please. Let me get back to the Dogecoin Foundation's roadmap kind of manifesto for 2022. I think it's really very fascinating. There's a section on the website that says utility through rapid integration. For the last 8 years, Dogecoin has closely tracked the aging Bitcoin desktop wallet, heroically maintained by the Dogecoin core dev team. Over a decade ago, when crypto was at its infancy, this was a solid decision, but times change, and what was once useful at the foundation of crypto has lagged behind a world where most people transact on their phones, and integration on online retailers is paramount. The Foundation Trail Map provides a path forward to both secure Dogecoin through network diversification, paving the way for newer, faster nodes, and consolidation, what Dogecoin is through a written, provable Dogecoin standard with comprehensive testing. Furthermore, it presents new avenues for payment providers, retailers, and game developers and social platforms, to name a few, to rapidly integrate Dogecoin into their infrastructure and scalable back-end solutions such as a Gigawallet project. Super ambitious. I am pumped to read about this trail map from the Dogecoin Foundation for 2022. I encourage you to check it out directly through their site. It goes into pretty solid detail. Very proud of the Dogecoin Foundation, everything they've been able to accomplish, and just the amount of effort, focus, and ambition they are putting forward here I think this is going to... we are in very good hands, in my opinion. We are in very good hands. We are in very capable, hardworking hands. The foundation is also working with Vitalik Buterin on crafting a uniquely Doge proposal for a community staking version of POS that will allow for everyone, not just the big players, to participate in a way that rewards them for their contribution to running the network, and at the same time gives back to the whole community through charitable causes. Huge news. Huge news. Let me read that one more time. So the foundation is directly working with Vitalik Buterin right now on crafting a uniquely Doge proposal for a community staking version of Dogecoin, a POS that will allow for everyone, not just the big players, to participate in a way that rewards them for their contributions to running the network. Huge news, guys. That's huge news. That's so awesome. Massive news. Massive news. Massive news. All right. Let's see here. So, I'm kind of at the bottom of my news right now. I hope you guys are starting to have a pleasant holiday. I hope it's an enjoyable one for you, no matter what you're doing. I hope Christmas treats you well. Steele used to tell us stories before the YouTube channel at bedtime. I want to hear Night Before Christmas. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I used to tell a lot of stories in the early days. A lot of stories. The Night Before Christmas. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house, not a Dogecoin was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas would soon be there. The children were all nestled and snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. Does anyone have visions of sugar plums in 2022? I don't know if anyone thinks about sugar plums anymore. I think that sugar plums would be more apt for slang for your downstairs Dogecoins, if anything. And Mama in her kerchief, that's a word you don't hear so much more, and I in my cap had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap when out on the lawn there arose such a clatter. I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash. I tore open the shutters and threw up the stash. Or sash. I was thinking stash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow. I never heard it described that way outside this poem. Behold, the breast of the new fallen snow. I gave a lustre of midday to objects below, and what to my wondering did eyes did appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles, his courses they came. He whistled, he shouted, he called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer, now Vixen. Oh, come on, Comet. On Cupid, on Donner, on Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the courses they flew, with the sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed in all fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. a bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn like a bow, and the beard on his chin was white as the snow. The stump of the pipe he held tight with his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly, I can relate, that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, and a right jolly old elf. And I laughed when I saw him, in spite of myself. A wink in his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, and turned with a jerk. And laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, and up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, and to his team he gave a whistle, and away they all flew, like down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night." There we go, guys. There we go. Well, thank you so much for joining me tonight, guys. Happy Christmas Eve to you guys. I appreciate all the support. I hope you had fun. I hope you got something out of it. Enjoy the rest of the evening with visions of sugar plums. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you for your continued support over this whole year since I started this journey with you guys. It's been an adventure, and it has been my true honor to entertain you night after night here on the interwebs. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. Not sure if I'll be live or not yet, but I will keep you posted. Make sure you stay dialed into my Twitter for the news on that. Thank you again, each and every one of you. Appreciate you. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to all. Until next time, this is your man, Real Deal, Steven Steele. Signing out.